Yes. Oh, we got you. So we have Chelsea Withlow with us today, and it's an honor for us to have you here, Chelsea. Let us make this a memorable evening for all.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Chelsea, I would like to tell our viewers a little about you. Chelsea is an aspiring author from Rockford. She has been writing poetry and short stories all her life. She is a lifetime scribbler. During her grade school, she won a young authors competition. Now she's 30, married, a dog mom, a German shepherd, loves iced coffee in all seasons. Seasons don't make a change. She loves it all. A true Midwestern girl loves her family, friends, and works hard for all that she has. An MBA, she continues to pursue writing as a passion while working as a branch manager. Oftentimes, she finds herself lost in a daydream, and the best way to remember the beauty she encounters on a daily basis is to write it. In her words, writing is my outlet and something that I love. I hope to someday publish my own book, and I'm working towards that currently. I wish you all the best, and we are really looking forward that you publish your book as soon as you can.
Thank you very much.
To sum up in 3 words about Chelsea: scribbler, daydreamer, and a rambler. Oh, I wish I was there with you. We at Poet's Choice are happy to announce Chelsea. She is on her family way with her first child. Congratulations, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Chelsea, would you like to tell us about how what led you to writing? People in your life, authors and poets. Please tell us a little about it.
Well, as you said, I've been writing since I was pretty young in grade school, and I've always enjoyed it. Anytime I would get overwhelmed with thoughts or have a dream and wake up in the middle of the night, I would have to write it down. In grade school, I believe it was second grade, I had an amazing teacher. She really encouraged my writing, and I got the first place award in young authors at, young age.
That's too good. Very nice.
It was a very big honor, and I was really happy about it. And then through high school, I always enjoyed English. I was a teaching assistant my junior year for my English teacher, and then my senior year, Mrs. Nielsen was a big impact to me. She was my honors English teacher. I went to private schools, so that would be kind of like taking classes for college credit at that level. And some poetry that's really inspired me. I've always been drawn to a little darker stuff, so I like Edgar Allan Poe. And for an author that I really like, I've always enjoyed Jodi Picoult's books. My Sister's Keeper was one of my favorite books that I've ever read. So I've been inspired by a lot of amazing people in my life. My husband is an amazing support, and he always encourages me. So that's been wonderful, as well as my parents throughout my life.
That's really nice. Is he around? Is your husband around?
No, he's at work.
You see, I still like to flirt, Which of the authors do you like to read or get inspired by? Any particular authors?
Oh, well, I mean, I love these anthology series that you guys put out. I just think they're a great way to get a taste of different people all at once.
Uh-huh.
I've always liked short stories as well, and like
Oh,
more horror themed
okay.
things, such as like Stephen King or any of those books. So it's a wide variety of things that I like. I read a lot of Jane Austen in high school, and she's just a classic. So yeah, I really have a range of things that I like to read.
Okay, that's nice. Now then I would like to ask you, you have said that my writing is my identity. Simple, clarity, easy to relate with. And I totally go with it. The poetry that I have read, it is so simply said, but has got so much in depth meaning to it. We will come to that gradually. Um Coming to your poem published in Close Friends and Relatives on page 45, I would like you to read it. Would you like to read it for me?
Oh, I would be honored to. Thank you. And thank you for the kind words about my writing as well. I try to relate to a wide variety of people, and hearing that feedback really does help encourage me. This poem was actually about my grandfather who passed away in January from COVID and dementia. And it was very, very hard situation. But he inspired me as well throughout my life. He's the reason that I went into business. So dedicating a poem to him was, I felt, the least that I could do. So this poem is called I Sang to You.
Yeah.
And I'll get started. So last time I saw you, you laughed and we embraced. We talked about all of the struggles that our family had faced. The good times along with the bad, you and I worked through it all, no faith lost and hand in hand. Anytime we needed you, you would come running in. Swooping in with knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to change moods with a grin. Wrinkles, age spots, scars and all, you wore them like badges. There was never a time you stopped going, striking fire to matches. Your physical heart wanted to give in many times, but your spirit was always stronger. Now, alas, it is time to be at rest, and you mustn't hold on any longer. You have raised us all, taken care of this family with ease. There's just one thing, Grandpa, I must ask of you, please. Listen to this song coming from my lips, from my toes, from deep within, covering all of my sorrow and woes. Losing you feels like my heart is breaking, but I know I must move along. Today I sang to you, amazing grace, and your sweet soul to carry on. I loved you then, I love you now, and I'll love you tomorrow too. Send my love to heaven with our loved ones long gone, and take my song with you.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful tribute to your grandfather. And so much gratitude to all those who have gone. Your poem unites the heart of all children with their grandparents. It's really touching. I would like to understand from you, there are certain things which are very striking in your poem. The good times along with bad. In such simple words, you have summed up life, which is like a graph going up and down. The good times along with the bad. The second word in the second line is so catchy, faith, which is again so strong. And next line after that, soaping in knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to change moods with a grin. This line clearly says that in these ups and downs of our lives, faith with knowledge and wisdom, you can win over anything. So beautifully, such a complex thing which people spend years to study, in such a simple poem you have put in so beautifully. And in the very next line you write, wrinkles, age spots, scars and all, you wore them like badges. It is so beautiful. This is badges, the word you have written over here. It really reflects that how beautiful experiences makes you solve the most difficult of problems in a second, and that is exactly what your grandfather was doing, the way he was smiling and he was just coming out with these solutions. It was beautiful. Striking fire to matches, It was so simple for him. Striking fire to matches. Then in the very next line you write, physical heart, but your spirit was stronger. From a girl in America so young to understand the physical heart and the spirit as two different things is amazing. It's really beautiful. We Indians, we think that we are masters of spirituality, but you have put this whole thing, the whole Vedanta, I will say, in such simple words here. There is one line I would like to understand for my own sake. I want a little clarity. It says, listen to this song coming to my lips from my toes. I really couldn't understand this phrase. I definitely know there is some deep meaning to it. To my lips, from my toes. Why do you use this word, from my toes? That I want you to explain if you don't mind.
Well, as a young girl and in high school, I always sang in choir and performances. And my grandfather was always there for every single one. And he'd always tell me that I would sing from my toes because he could hear me from everyone else. And when he was passing in the hospital, we got an opportunity to visit him. And as I stated, he had dementia towards the end, and he had a moment of clarity when I sang to him for the last time. And I did sing Amazing Grace. That was one of his favorite songs. And so for me, I sang it from my toes, but more importantly, I sang it from my heart. And I think that's why he was able to connect with me the way that he did for that one last time.
It's really nice. Very, very nice. Then the last line, the second last line where you say, I loved you then, love you now, and love you tomorrow too. You have so beautifully combined the past, present, and future. This whole thing has been merged into one. It is a very, very beautiful expression because this chain is such a beautiful link. When we don't know when the tomorrow ends and today begins and then the next tomorrow is going to come, it's such a beautiful link. And the way you have put it, I loved you then, loved you now, and loved you tomorrow too. It's this beautiful merger. I really appreciate it in your work, which is very original. I can understand that this has actually come out from your heart. It's really touching. Send my love to heaven to your beloved ones born and take my song with you. You have made him a messenger here, It's so beautiful, so beautiful. Some more people have joined us, and I would like to tell them that you can put forth your questions and we will try to answer them as the program proceeds. Now, would you like to say something else, anything else you would like to tell me?
Sure. So along with your anthology, I was also published in another. It was How to Stay Positive, and it's by Wingless Dreamer. So if anybody's interested in taking a look at that, it's on Amazon.
Okay.
And I also have been accepted into being published for my first book through Bookleaf Publishing, and that book will be called Beautifully Broken.
Okay.
And it will have just all of my poems in there that I wrote through some difficult times that I went through as a young woman, and how my faith and love for others brought me through it.
That's very nice. I would really like you to read some part of your book that is coming up. Before that, I would like to read a line. It's just that I happen to write it behind this book, Close Friends and Relatives. It says, on the axis of life, if the links are well bound, ups and downs do not matter. Every turn, every twist has its own charm, beauty, and grace. So, coming back to your book, Chelsea, will you be able to read something from there?
I would be happy to do that. So the book should be coming out this month, by the end of the month, according to the schedule that they've given me. But I'd like to read one of the last poems in the book. It shows how a woman would want to be seen by a man instead of being touched or being felt, but being seen. And it's called Feather. But will you love her in the morning, when daylight sees her skin? Once her walls have been bulldozed and you felt her fear from within, will you still think she's beautiful when she has tears in her eyes? Her lips chapped or bleeding, she uncovered all of your lies. She isn't just a swipe right, but a memory forever. Remember, when you walk away, you take a piece of her forever.
That's really nice. I'm really looking forward to read your whole book. Please inform us at Poet's Choice. We would like to at least buy a copy of your book, and also make our other poets know about it. We are all at different time zones, different environment, and different situations. But our thoughts are universal. It's one. Your poem unites the hearts of all children with their grandparents. You have spoken to us about your Beautifully Broken. The name itself is very beautiful, Beautifully Broken, coming in October. And you have shared something very beautiful lines from that poem. I sincerely wish you a lot of good luck for your coming event. We at Poet's Choice have got some questions put for you. We have formatted some questions. Our team has formatted some questions specially for you. Given a choice, your poetry will be a voice for love or anger?
I would say love.
Fantastic. Given a choice, your poetry will be a voice for peace or trauma?
I want to say peace in recovering from trauma.
Oh, that's a beautiful answer. Bravery or fear?
Definitely bravery.
Disgust or awe?
I would say that it could be a combination of both, but mostly the awe of overcoming things in your life and how amazing things can be for you when you put yourself forward and you make yourself a priority and you understand your value.
That's very nice. I'm very, very glad to know that you're so clear in your hotlines, it's very nice. And joy or grief?
More joy than grief.
Okay, that's nice. Given a choice, what will you opt for? Poetry as a profession, passion, or just a hobby? Given a choice.
If I could write all day, every day, and make money and a living off of that, I would do it in a heartbeat. I enjoy it. I have new things coming to me at nighttime. I wake up at 2 a.m. and have to write things down. So if I could do it as a profession, that would be a dream. I also wouldn't want that to take away from the passion that I have when I write. So I think it's kind of a combination of both. But if I could do it forever for my profession, that would be what I would want to do.
I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you will be able to do it. Given a choice, would you like to spend more time with your friends or relatives?
Oh, goodness. Well, for me, there's not much of a difference. I take in people in my life that I intend on making like a family to me. And I try, even with things that I've gone through, to always see the best in people and to try to help them fit in sometimes when they don't feel like it. So for me, I would say that it's kind of equal. Of
Okay.
course, I love my family in a different, more solid way, but as I get to know people, I try to just let them in and be there for them like family.
So even friends are like family only, right? They
Absolutely.
are. It is even that is a kind of a relationship.
Hmm.
That's very nice. Um, I'll just wait for 2 minutes for some of our judges to give you the score of the. Yeah, yeah, and I'm proud to announce that you have got 8 out of 10, and by the judges here, that doesn't mean two is missing, and that gets you a gift hamper, which includes personalized specially for you some gift tags, postcards, bookmarks, and a book by Poet's Choice named Expecting Mothers, which is one of our very old books. We will courier this to you within a week. And now, if the viewers have something to ask, I think they are not ready for
I
much.
know. Well, thank you,
And
everybody who's tuning in. We appreciate that. And thank you for that beautiful gift. I can definitely use all of the advice and all of the kind words going into this pregnancy and having our first child. Definitely will appreciate that.
in fact, pregnancy is such a journey that if we share our journey through these books or in some form or the other with others, it will be really beautiful. It will really help women who are not wanting to become mothers today, you know.
Absolutely.
There is- yeah. There's a question by Skanda who says it's very nice of him. He writes earlier that he joined us even midst of his work. He has joined us. He is asking us a question. Do you reckon we have lost connect with grandparents?
I would say that the younger generations have. It's unfortunate because we're so easily put behind devices and distractions on a daily basis. Our society is so fast moving. And one thing that I'm grateful for is that I've had an amazing relationship with all of my grandparents. And there's so much to learn from people who have been here. They can teach you things, they can show you things, and they can tell you stories about the life that they lived when they were your age or younger or older. So to get that perspective from someone is invaluable. And so to answer your question, yes, I do believe that as a whole, especially in the United States, we have lost our connection. Not just with grandparents, but with people around us, just due to technology. I'm not sure if it's like that where you guys are, but I think it's important that parents solidify the importance of family and learning from those who've been here longer.
It is true. So in India also, you know, we never had old age homes earlier. Now so many old age homes are cropping up, and like you earlier wrote in your poem about faith, the kind of faith we can have in our grandparents, we cannot have the same kind of faith in any and everybody. So it's really sad that the joint families are breaking down and we are not able to. Skand is wishing us thank you and all the best. That's very nice of you, Skand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, we really appreciate your commitment to poetry. Any suggestions you or anybody else who is live on the program wants to make to us, you can write to on poetschoice at hotmail.com. Poets, Poets, choice at hotmail.com. Your guidance will be of great help to us. And Chelsea, we are thinking that you will write more to us and we will be able to publish more of your poetries. And there is a small announcement to make. We have our next event coming up, that is tomorrow, 5th October. at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Please, all of you, do join us. It will be very encouraging for the poets, and there are very few people who are printing these anthologies, and it will really help us to expand our horizon more and more. Thank you, Chelsea. Once again, it was really nice to have you with us. And I was really impressed that so far in a country like America, where we hear of so much, you have such wonderful values. I'm really impressed. Thank you.
Thank you. And it was a pleasure meeting you and a pleasure answering any questions. I'm always happy to come back, and I will definitely be submitting some more work to you.
Okay. Now, I would like to take approval from you to post this event on YouTube and on Instagram. If you are okay with this, we will send you an email, and you can always choose to opt for or not to opt for. Okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm completely open and happy to have this shared, and I'll share it myself.
Okay. Oh, that is so nice. I will send you an email on this. And Chelsea, our idea is to make friends all over, and we are your friends. Please keep in touch with us. Otherwise, also, we would love to have you as a family. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best. A good day to you.
You too.
A very, very good day to you.